A powerful instinct when we meet someone we're attracted to is to try to please them. And we can naturally assume that the best way we might do this is to signal just how much we agree with their views and choices on pretty much all matters, great and small. So, on an early dinner date, when they happen to mention that they love dancing, we'll reveal that of course we love dancing too. Or when they explain how boring they find museums, we'll hide that on a trip to Berlin last year, we spent a whole fascinating day in the galleries of the Altes Museum. We may not state direct falsehoods, but we stretch and bend the truth to its limits, so as to create an impression of near total alignment. Along the way, it rarely occurs to us that they might be performing some of the same rigmarole for us, that they might also be adjusting their self-presentation in subtle but powerful ways to fit in with what they take to be our preferences and values. There is a tragicomic aspect to our deepening mutual attraction. Two decent people are trying to be as nice as they can. No one is setting out to deceive, and yet, gradually, a set of hugely misleading and pretty dangerous ideas about who each person really is are getting established. The apparent success of our will to please can inspire us to move in together and later to marry. But then, inevitably, the prolonged, intimate scrutiny that coupledom brings will reveal the scale of our mistaken expectations. In a sequence of disillusioning stages, we are each saddened, disappointed, and shocked to discover who we've ended up with. There will be recriminations, rows, and fragile reconciliations until finally one or other of us comes to the grim but still surprising conclusion that we were never really compatible. Or maybe we'll stick at it with growing misery. We'll face a lifetime of holidays that never involve the museum visits we crave. We'll have to resign ourselves to never having the kind of sex we want. Or, even more grievously, we'll eventually embark on a furtive life. We'll seek out the moments when they're away to pursue needs that we've pretended not to have. Until one day our double life is exposed and we drown in bitterness, fury, and sorrow. Yet the origin of such nightmares is only ever a hugely touching but painfully flawed and risky devotion to being an easy match. We want to be simple, and yet we end up in a very complicated mess. A genuinely simpler approach would involve daring to be a bit more complicated from the start. There is no need to be brazen or demanding, just as there's no requirement that our date agree or even stick around beyond dessert or the main course. Some will run away, and should. It will save everyone a lot of time. In order to be honest in seduction, we need a basic sense of acceptability. We must know that we're not perfect, but that we are not, for that matter, wholly abject or shameful. Our inner conviction that our oddities are essentially reasonable allows us to present ourselves to another person without fear or defensiveness. Our honesty then arms us with the right to ask our date to reveal, with similar candour, what may be individual and difficult about their characters. If they insist that they're really very simple and easy, we're allowed to be gently but firmly sceptical. After all, they are a human being, and to be human is to be complicated. It cannot possibly be true that they exist without significant quirks. Being straightforward on early dates is in the end a mechanism for two people to fast forward time and to spare themselves agony. We should know that a polished surface can't be a true picture of who anyone can be. Only once our mutual complexities have been outlined should we sense that we are safe in the presence of a fellow, mature, and pleasingly direct individual. We will have the simpler relationships we desire when we can dare to share and accommodate the actual complexities of human nature.
Connect is a card game to foster connection and closeness, with 100 questions that help couples to rekindle affection.